And welcome to day 10 of the Beer Advent Calendar series here on MKE Beer Review in 2024. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
I'm Lau.
He's over there tonight. On the actual video, he's right there. Not gonna lie. Brady Bunch. So one little change of pace here on day 10. If you didn't watch our last video, you watched me essentially destroy my beer box trying to get the day 9 beer out of it. There's an entire row of beer laying in the bottom of the box, and I don't know what days they are for now. So I actually do know what we are about to drink tonight, as do my friends here on the video call. So instead of me grabbing the mystery beer out of the box, we're just going to all share it with you all at once. So we've got a brew from Youngblood Brewing Company here on day 10 out of Madison. This is called Santa's Little Helper. It is a sour ale brewed with cranberry, orange, cinnamon, and allspice, coming in at 7.5%.
Neat.
I'm excited.
Ross, tell us how you feel right now.
I'm not a big sour fan. I don't like cranberries.
Yep.
I like orange. I don't like cinnamon beer. I don't like allspice in beer. So there's 5 elements to this beer, and I like one of them. That is not a good start for me. But I do like Youngblood, and Youngblood makes some really good beers, and they make some good sours, so I'm optimistic.
They do. And we're back to the Christmas spirit.
Yep.
With this one, too. So let's crack this thing open. I'm guessing it's going to be a golden to amberish color. Don't actually know, but I'm guessing.
Find out.
Yeah. Pretty much. Ooh,
Yeah.
I can already smell some of this coming off the can. At least it's a sour. I think that might help here.
I think that's going to help as well. It's kind of hazy.
Yeah, I would say in person. Yeah, I would say the color on mine is pretty accurate.
Yeah. Yours is more accurate. So.
Yeah, yours looks extremely light on camera, Ross.
Yeah.
To the nose we go on this spice bomb from Youngblood.
That smells fun.
Oh no. It smells exactly like the flavor state, and I don't like that.
It does smell exactly like those flavors say.
It is a pretty even blend. I would say I'm getting maybe a little more orange and then cranberry. The allspice kind of component, I think, is behind that, but it's not as prominent as like the citrus and the cranberry characters on the nose.
I will say this does smell very festive. It very much reminds me of like a hot apple cider.
Nice.
I mean,
I don't know if I get cinnamon.
I get a little cinnamon in there.
I think it gets really mixed in with that allspice. It's kind of
that allspice is. You're right though, Josh. You hit it on the head. It's orange cranberry, and then the spices behind it.
It smells really good. I'm actually really glad that it's blended because I'm hoping that means that it's a nice blend on the palate too. But guess what? We get to find out.
We do. Let's try this. Cheers. Ooh, that's really fun.
Ooh. So first of all, it's been a really long time since I had a sour. So that's hitting me in all the sours right now.
Hitting you in the sours?
It hit me in the sours. It's really well blended. Mm-hmm. I will say that it's a very, very tasty beer. Like I said, it has a lot of different tastes coming out of it. It's a fun beer because you get a little bit of everything. For me, what I'm really happy about, probably more than anything, is the cinnamon is not overpowering. It's not killing the smoke. It's not making it a spicy beer. It does add a nice element to this. It brings some of that potency of the sourness down a little bit with that cinnamon and allspice coming through.
What do you think, Lau?
I really like it. I think Ross is right on with the spices kind of being in the background. They're there. You can get them, but they're not overpowering. It is sour and tart right off the bat for me. Like, I think that's the cranberry coming through, and then it almost finishes with like an orange juicy note. It like sweetens up at the tail end, and it's delicious. I think it hits exactly all the notes that it says it's trying to hit.
I think tart is the perfect description for this. It's like almost like sweet tart candy.
Yeah.
Like tart. Like right off the bat, that's what hits you up front. Like I get like a little bit of the citrus juiciness, and then boom, it's like that tart sour character hits you. And then it cleans up back into the kind of that juicy citrus kind of sour. That tartness tames down, and then the spices, a little bit of the cinnamon and the allspice kind of float in behind it out the back end. They're there and adds a little festive nature to it, but if I didn't know they were there, I don't know that I'd be like picking them out, because I do feel like kind of the citrus, juicy, tart characteristics kind of almost like push them out of the palate to a degree, because that's like all that my palate can taste is that initial tart hit. And those spices don't come out as much, which is great for me because I don't want to taste them that much.
Yeah.
To me,
for me, oh, go ahead, Ross.
Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, they're there just enough to make it maybe not. I don't know if I could pick them out if it didn't say it on the can, but I think if it didn't say anything on the can, you would know that there was something else there. You just might not know what it is.
Yeah.
And I love the tart cranberry right off the front. That is fun for me because I like cranberries.
I think the reason, and again, I'm not lying, like it's always one of those things like, oh yeah, I can definitely pick up this because it's on the can. But to you guys' point, I think part of the reason why we might be able to pick up that cinnamon, and Josh, you can test this probably more, is you get a bit of a Grammy taste because of that cinnamon. It kind of reminds you of that graham cracker and everything. It's there enough to kind of tone down the tartness in there. So that's why I think you would get that cinnamon. That's why I think the cinnamon's actually doing really well here, because I know it's not like coming off as like a pie beer. It has slightly that like pie impression with that cinnamon coming through.
Yeah.
It's got, if you've had a sour from Youngblood before, most of the sours they produce are pretty excellent. This has got that great full-bodied, like full-flavored sour characteristic to it. It's just it's a really well-made sour. And I don't know that I've had a sour that I would fit into the holiday Christmas spirit category. Maybe I have. Maybe there was one in this box before, but I don't remember one.
That's like the one from Toppling Goliath, which is kind of a mainstay, but that's a lager. That's not a sour or anything. So
yeah.
Okay. Well, let's get to rating this thing. Let's start with Mr. Lau. Where you at?
Ooh, you're gonna start with me. I love this. This is really good. This might be my favorite beer so far. I love how the juiciness comes through at the end after the sour, which complements the cranberry really well for me. I'm going to give it a 4.5. I think this is delicious.
all right.
I'll go next. I think this is a 4.25 beer. I think it's excellent. I think it's really well made. I was scared off by the label on the can and the ingredients, thinking I would not like this, which has made me probably like it even a little bit more. So for a sour that I'm not usually a big fan of either, to hit the palate this way for me is a positive 4.25.
If I was just going off the quality of this beer, of like being a good true sour, hitting all the flavor profiles and everything, I would be right in the same area as you guys. It's just not for me. This is a preference thing. It's all it comes down to. Is I don't like cranberry. I don't like some of the notes coming out of it. It's just pure preference. It's such a well-made beer, though I feel kind of crappy saying this. So I'm going to say 3.5. And it's only because it's a preference thing. And honestly, if it wasn't so well made, I'm probably closer to like the 2.25, if I'm being very honest. So the fact that I think Youngblood just hit this so well, I think the flavor profiles are great. And we've done some sours that's like, You get your fruited sours, which are good, but they're kind of just overly sugary. This is a real tart sour. I like that word they used earlier. I think it really fits the mold and everything. It's just not for me. It's just not what I want to drink, but it's a really well-made beer.
Now you're sounding like me with Last Christmas.
Well, you're an idiot, but there's a difference.
That was my exact feelings about that beer. I think I gave it a 3.5.
Welcome to the holiday spirit on Milwaukee Beer Review, folks. Hey, another really good beer here in the box. I mean, Ross, if you go back, most of his haven't been that great, but I would say on an average, most of these beers have been pretty darn good this year in this box. So awesome stuff to see. Thanks, Three Cellars, again, for continuing to put together something super cool and super unique here. Thanks to Youngblood for brewing a really awesome sour here that fits the holiday mold. Day 10 in the books. We have got 14 days to go. Wow. I can't believe in 2 weeks it is going to be Christmas Eve. This is crazy. We're rolling through this thing 2 weeks ago. Check out day 11 tomorrow. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Thanks, everyone.
Cheers.